What's up, guys? It's Fran here, and I'm so excited for the weekend. Happy Friday. We've got a great weekend of football coming up, and it wasn't scheduled, but I thought earlier today I'll go live and say hello to everyone and get ready for this big Brighton match ahead. I'm so excited about it. So yeah, happy Friday, everyone. Sorry about that. I like blocking how many people are watching because it's like really distracting. Anyway, but you guys don't need to know that. So hello, welcome. My name is Fran. Golartzo is my online name. I do art and I make merch like the stuff you can see behind me. And you are very welcome to my channel, whether you are an Arsenal fan, a Brighton fan, a Manchester United fan, in which case I feel very sorry for you. But welcome to the channel. Yeah, we're going to chat today about Brighton, going to go through my starting 11, going to look at Arteta's comments, any Arsenal team news, and basically what I want to see on Sunday against Brighton for Arsenal to get 3 points. So I will start by saying it's very, very important, in my opinion, that Arsenal do go on and get 3 points at the weekend, considering we're coming off that really disappointing loss against Aston Villa. You might have seen my instant match reaction after that, but I was really unhappy with the performance. Luckily, quite a few of the key players managed to get mostly rested in the week during our Europa League. I'm too used to all the trauma. Our Champions League. Our Champions League game in the week against PSV Eindhoven. Yes, so we managed to get the draw there, but we'll get into. First of all, let's say hello to you guys in the chat. Good evening. 4 likes already. I've just seen Static say, "Hey Fran, I'm currently live on another show." Oh, drop it in the comments and everyone can go and watch it after. I'll come and have a look after. You emailed me about it. Okay, I'll check my emails. And a huge thank you to Static. He ordered one of my t-shirts, hoodies, and a mug as well, which is a huge order and just made my day. So thank you so much, Static. Good luck with your show. Let us know where you're live and then we will go and see it afterwards. Have a good show too, Static. 4 likes. Everyone, the like target is always 45, so let's see if we can get to 45. But I know it's a bit of a late one on a Friday night, but we'll see who's around. Phil is around saying, "Hey Fran, hope all is good with you." Yeah, all is good. It's been a tiring week. I've done the last 3 days of like straight gardening and it's just shattering, but all chill tonight before I go off to Plymouth tomorrow for a family meal. You know that Christmas time where you're just meeting this person, then that person, then this part of the family, then that part of the family. It's really tiring. It's lovely, but it's tiring. So I'm tired. But I would not change it for the world. I love Christmas. Looking lovely tonight. Why, thank you. Thank you very much. Hey, Hugo. Welcome to the show. I hope you're well. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you guys saw the thumbnail, but me and my sister made it and we were just cracking up with Arteta getting the seagulls, like stealing his chips and stuff. I'm too excited. I don't normally do a preview every single game, but I'm too excited about this match, so I had to do it. It had to be done. So first of all, how are you guys feeling about Arsenal playing Brighton this Sunday? I'm actually really, really nervous thinking about it. I think that's because I'm really desperate for Arsenal to get a win, to bounce back after the loss against Emery's Aston Villa. But I think that there are a few things like Brighton, on the face of it, you would think, oh, that's a really, really difficult game, but haven't been quite as strong as they were last season. They're having to balance, Europa League football and the Premier League. And yeah, they're not as amazing as they were last year, but we will get into it all. But yeah, I'm really nervous about the game. We need the 3 points. Liverpool are also playing Manchester United. I've triple captained Salah in my fantasy team. So for my fantasy, I want Liverpool to win. But if Liverpool do lose, then if we win, then we can go back on top and that would be lovely. So yeah. We weren't clinical against Villa, says Phil. Yes, I was so unimpressed with our attacking against Villa. I mean, the amount of squandered opportunities, that's got to be put right. We had like so much of the possession, lots of opportunities. Villa did play well, but I was so disappointed after that. And let's just put things right, beat Brighton, a really respectable team, get 3 points and keep on moving into Christmas. That's really what I want to see. And I will be having a meltdown if Brighton beat us. But I don't know if you guys saw on, was it yesterday? But Brighton played against Marseille. I think it was at the Amex, and yeah, it was actually a really pretty boring game, I thought, until it was about the 86th minute where Joao Pedro did this basically scored an amazing winning goal, meant that they won their Europa League group. The whole place erupted. That club is really on a high. So despite them not having the same form as last season so far, we'll have a look at some of their results. They will be like on a real buzz, a bit like, I suppose, a bit like a new manager bounce. Could that winning your group bounce? Is that a thing? They could be on that, so we need to watch out. Yeah, as you say, Hugo, expecting a good result and performance. Me too. It better be. I want to see a reaction. I do. AJ, big up. Good evening to you too. Oh no, you're saying you see a 2-2 Evan Ferguson brace income. That would be classic. That would be classic. Joao Pedro's in really good form. But you'll see in my starting lineup, I think we have someone that has a bit of a point to prove, and that is, of course, Leandro Trossard. I'll show you my dream starting 11. I would start Trossard. You know, every player playing against their old clubs, there's that extra bit of spice, and I want to see that from Trossy. I love him. He's so good. Right, so you guys know what time it is. Hit the like button, and we will get into PowerPoint time. Oh, no, that's the wrong layout. This is the layout. Yeah. PowerPoint time. Okay, so as I said, this isn't the best PowerPoint, but hopefully you'll enjoy it. We're going to do a quick preview, which I've sort of skimmed over, and talk about Arsenal's injury news. We had an update today. Starting 11s. We're also going to do Mikel Arteta press conference reaction. I haven't heard like a word of his press conference, so I'm going to look at it for the first time and see like what nonsense he's come up with today. And score prediction. Get all excited for Sunday. I can't wait. I can't wait. Hey, big up AFC always. Thank you guys for joining me on your Friday nights. I can't believe you're not out partying, you know, on a Friday night. You guys. I joke. I hate clubbing now. I used to like it-ish, but I don't like drink or smoke or anything anymore. I'm like super cold turkey. And so clubbing's like just really boring when you're sober. Anyway, that's a whole other conversation. And it's smelly as well. Like, anyway. So let's have a quick look at the Premier League table going into this weekend. Game week 16. Liverpool, disgustingly, at the top. They've kind of been a bit of a dark horse thus far in the season, but I think we're starting to pay attention to them. Actually, I started to pay attention a few weeks ago and gone, oh, right, Liverpool are kind of back. Last season appears to be a bit of a glitch, and Liverpool are back. So it is a three-horse race, in my opinion. And at the moment, Liverpool sit on up just one of us. So if Manchester United can do us a favour, if they were ever going to pull out a performance, it would be nice if they did that this weekend. And then we can get a result at Brighton and put things back in order, you know. We can get back up to the table. Lovely jubbly, smooth sailing. That is what I wish will happen. Man City still 3 points behind us. Aston Villa, they're only 1 point behind us. So let's see. Wait, who are Villa playing this weekend? Let's have a look. Aston Villa upcoming fixture. Oh, they're playing Brentford. So not an easy game, but with the way Villa are playing at the moment, you'd expect them to get the 3 points. So we really need 3 points. I mean, if we don't manage to get the 3 points, then a draw and Villa win against Brentford, we could be going down into third. Because I'm pretty sure Liverpool will beat Man City. As I said, I've triple captained Salah on FPL, so it's up to Arsenal. We've got to get the 3 points and stay up in there, or else, Aston Villa could be going above us. We could be going down into third. I mean, if City win, who are they playing? Boop, 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 boop. City fixtures. Oh, they're playing Palace. And Palace are not flying this season, which is a bit of an understatement. Palace are not doing great. I mean, so if Man City and Villa win and we get beaten by Brighton, then we could be all the way down in fourth. So with things so tight up there, we really want to stay ahead of it and get the 3 points. So yeah, quite a lot at stake, even though kind of it would appear not, you know, it's just another Prem game, but there is quite a lot at stake in terms of where the points are sitting. They're so close. Yeah, I mean, there's 4 points between Man City and Liverpool, so 4 points between first and fourth. We've got to keep pushing and not fall lower in that pack. So let's see a couple of your comments. Would you start Trossard? Yeah, you'll see in my starting 11 that I would actually start Trossard. Hey, good evening, AFC, always. I think I already said that, but Phil says, I think Raya has something to prove if he wants to be number 1 next season. There's no hiding place. Yeah, I think so. Especially since Ramsdale played really well during the week in our 1-1 draw against Eindhoven. Ramsdale really impressed me. The game was a bit boring, in my opinion. I didn't really fully watch the whole thing, to be fair. It was because there was but I was actually glad to see Cedric, because I think we're looking real. So especially Cedric, because if Ben White gets injured, then we have no right back at the moment. So I want to know that he can at least like do a job. But we'll talk about January another time, because I think we're looking really thin in our defensive kind of bench options, especially with Tomiyasu out, Timber out. It's looking peak. So Phil also says, I hate clubbing, but it was just what we all did. Yeah, I hated it. You guys, it's nice that you all know each other in the chat. I like how you're all chatting to each other. So AJ saying, I honestly believe we need 4 players in January. Anderson, Joaquin Anderson, is that his name? From Crystal Palace, Ivan Toney. Okay, slight sidetrack. I've been so happy to read the news that it looks like it's pretty certain. Let me know if I'm wrong, that we will be going in to Brentford asking for an Ivan Toney loan, and I'm thrilled. I'm absolutely thrilled. Pedro Neto, Zubamendi, but sadly I don't see the club doing it. Yeah, I mean, we don't have the best history of really going all out in January. Last season I was quite disappointed with what we did manage to do in January. Trossard, super happy with, don't get me wrong, but if you go back and watch my videos, and it was not a popular opinion, like especially on Twitter, when I said, I did a tweet saying this is because we didn't sign, the club didn't, what was it, the owners didn't show they wanted to win in January, and that went down like a lead balloon. But that's what I thought. If we had the right like injection of like ready to play talent in January last season, we would have gone on to win the league. That's what I thought. So I think we're in the same situation this season, and it kind of just tends to happen, especially with the amount of games that the players are playing at the moment and the injuries. What you said about finding reinforcements in the January transfer window, you know, with all this fixture congestion that there is and injuries getting more and more obvious, I think we need to take advantage of the January windows to really get a one-up on other clubs when the margins are so fine. Let's bring in a few good players. I think Ivan Toney, he's just that bit of quality up front and unpredictability and aggression and like just clinical. I love him so much. What I kind of think of in terms of Toney is how I felt when I knew we would be facing him at Brentford, or when I was watching Brentford, just that amount of threat that he posed to any team they were playing. That's what I think of when I think of Toney. And then I think of us having that in our front line, it would just be perfection. I think Toney's a player that when you play against him, like it puts fear in defenders. He's that kind of player, and that's what we need, I think, because Gabriel Saka does it, certainly. Martinelli's not really on form, but I don't think Jesus strikes fear into the heart of opposition defenders. Don't get me wrong, it's just he doesn't shoot enough, in my opinion. Whereas Ivan Toney, definitely, you never know what he's going to do next, and I want him so badly. So yeah, bit of a sidetrack, but 7 likes. Thank you, guys. 8 likes. Oh, thank you. AJ saying, please like the stream if you have not already. It really helps Fran out. Thank you so much, my friend. Yes, please do. Thank you. That's so kind of you. Yeah, please do get the video out there so more people can hear my waffle and overly fast talking. But yeah, oh look, the comments just coming in. Thank you. E Ross, hello. Big up everyone, big up Golartzo, big up to you, E Ross. Steve-O, hello. Saying Tony would feast on Martinelli and Saka crosses. Honestly, it would be so good. Jesus is nowhere to be found. Jesus is back in defence and they're doing match. It would just be perfection. And just because you have Tony doesn't mean that Jesus becomes less important. I see it a bit as kind of when Grealish comes off the bench, that kind of thing. You can have real like stacked quality in your front lines or whatever and just bring them on at different periods in the matches, use them in different matches. You could even play Jesus perhaps in the Havertz position to kind of assist Tony. I just think it's just a huge, like, another layer of threat when the whole Jesus false nine thing isn't working. Please make it happen. Make it happen. They say Arsenal watches social media. So if you're watching Arsenal, please bring in Tony. And Curtis Shaw as well is saying that he knows people that know Tony. And Tony is desperate to come to Arsenal. He wants to come so badly. I mean, he was making comments, wasn't he, in that interview a while ago. I can't remember what channel it was on, but saying he was asked what he supports, and he said Liverpool, but I love the way that Arsenal play. Like, for no reason. He wants to come here so badly. And I think if someone really wants to be at your club, the performances are going to be so much better than someone who's like just settling to come to Arsenal. It's probably the last big move or one of the last of his career. And he's at the point in his career, Tony, where like he really wants, like, it's got to happen for him. He wants that big club move and to make a massive name for himself besides kind of the Prem and really get into Europe, get his name out in Europe. And what I love about him personally is that he's fought his way up from the lower leagues. He's got that elite mindset and never say die attitude that we have in our team. And sure, you might say he's got like attitude problems and stuff. I will always, as an opposition fan, love that video where he just goes like F Brentford when he's like trying. Brentford fans didn't like it, but I thought that was funny. But anyway, the argument is that he hasn't got a great attitude, but you need a bit of nastiness, I think. Our team are all so nice. Bring in a little like a-hole, if you know what I mean. He's got that determination, as we've seen from coming up through the lower leagues. As you say, Ross, Tony is hungry. You're right. I didn't even think of that as competition for places. Yeah, Tony would raise Jesus's game. You've brought in a direct threat. And Eddie, have 3 strikers, you know, whatever. His penalty technique is elite too. Like, he's like dead cert. Like, you know, he's going to score his penalties. You know, sometimes in our team, I'm not mentioning any names, but the penalties aren't always 100%. I think you know the guys I'm talking about, but having a real penalty specialist that's not Jorginho would be sexy. So, yes. Phil says he loves my waffles. Thank you very much. Don't believe anything till it happens, Fran. Yeah, well, let me get excited. Don't. So, thoughts on Santi Jimenez? I would personally love him in January. Hugo, I think you know a bit more about him than I do. I haven't seen him play. I'm not going to pretend to know much about him. I haven't really fully like looked into all these names that we're linked with for January. I need to get on that because I keep thinking like January's ages away. Like, I'll look at all these January transfers soon, but it's we're halfway through December. I've got like 2 weeks. Hugo, hold that thought, yeah? And I'll research him and then we'll talk about it. I actually need to get on like some of these links. I just get annoyed like sinking a load of time into finding out everything I can about all these links and stuff and finding out all their facts and stats. And then when we don't get them, it just feels like, oh, like I did all that for nothing. And because you get all excited when you research them and then I'll get disappointed. But you know, part of the fun. So I need to look into them. Anyway. Jimenez is 5 years younger though. Okay. 12 likes. Come on, you guys. Thank you. A new name in the chat. Welcome. Saying, let him come and be advised not to disrupt the boardroom and the young project. Yes, we'll put our faith in him and say, none of that nonsense, Tony, or you're out the team. I think that would be it. If he's that desperate to come, then he can behave. We know that Arteta's good with discipline. He's too good with discipline sometimes, but you know. Phil's saying, I've spent 40 years seeing us being linked consistently to players and we never end up buying. 'Tis all. I know, but I'm so desperate for the TONEY thing to happen, but yeah, we'll have to see. I can't help it. I'm going to get my hopes up. I want it so badly. So anyway, huge sidetrack aside, thank you guys. Let's have a look at Brighton's latest results. So, as you know, really exciting match in the last 5 minutes, not the rest of it. Marseille basically parked the bus, and then Brighton were not really able to get any chances away because Marseille were defending really well until, yeah, finally they managed to get a winner in the last 5 minutes. Really exciting, good match. But then their previous matches have been pretty mixed. So they go into it after a 1-1 draw with Burnley. Pretty disappointing, I imagine. 2-1 against Brentford. Chelsea beat them with 10 men. I remember that, actually. I was pretty shocked because Chelsea, and they were down to 10 men. So bad result for Brighton there. Then another win in the Europa League. And then before that, they won against Forest and drew against Sheffield. So bit of a mixed bag for Brighton. They certainly haven't looked their scintillating best we saw last season just yet. I've been a little underwhelmed compared to seeing them last season. The play is a bit slower. They're not linking up as well. It's not quite as exciting. Mitoma, one of my absolute favourite players as well, is kind of on a bit of a rough patch. He's just not really getting the same numbers and chances at goal that we've seen. He's not really looking the same player. So maybe it's a good time to play them, kind of take advantage of that. But having said that, on the other wing, João Pedro, I think he's a winger. He's on fire. And we know that they've got threat all over the place. We can't. They are one of the better teams in the Prem. Of course they are. They're a really tough opponent. They've just won their Europa League group. They're not the absolute best that they've been, but they're Brighton and they tend to pretty well show up, as far as I think, against the bigger teams and put in some really good performances. In fact, most teams against Arsenal, I mean, that's what we get for leading the leagues for a long time. Last season, we don't like to talk about how that ended. And continuing to do well this season, teams kind of slap themselves around the face and say, wake up, we're playing Arsenal now. So they're going to come at it strong. However, I don't think they've had a game in the Prem. I think Harry Simeon was saying where they haven't conceded yet this season. So as long as we're not as wasteful as we were against Aston Villa, hopefully, there's chances for us to score. And I think our defence is definitely stronger than theirs. So score 1 or 2 and then Saliba, Gabriel, just hold the fort. Let's do it. It'll be fine. I do not need an upset. I need the 3 points. 3 points. That would be beautiful. And then we'll just move on out of there, okay? We need a win, okay? Oh my goodness, we're on 17 likes already. Hey, you awesome human. Thank you so much for keeping everyone reminded. We're trying to get to 45. That would help me out a ton. So yeah, thank you so much, everyone who smashed the likes. I know it's annoying to be told again and again. Sometimes when YouTubers tell me, I just, for a minute, I feel petty. I'm like, well, I'm not going to now. But then I end up doing it. So. Right, so yeah, that's where Brighton are. Head-to-head facts. So I didn't have much time to make a PowerPoint today. I only decided I was going to stream today. So I've basically just stolen some screenshots off BBC. Thank you, BBC Sport. And we're going to have a look at them together. So praise be to BBC Sports. Big shout out. Here are the match facts, head-to-head. So Brighton have won 5 and lost 4 of their Premier League matches against Arsenal. Liverpool and Manchester United are the only other teams to have more wins than defeats versus the Gunners in the division. So they do, yes, know how to get a result against us. And it also says that Brighton have won each of their past 3 visits to the Emirates Stadium, including a 3-1 victory in the EFL Cup last season. Yeah, I remember that. So yeah, I mean, I was kind of talking down Brighton, but they've won their last 3 visits to the Emirates Stadium. That's not good. Obviously, they know how to come here and not be put off by the crowd and things like that. De Zerbi is a really good manager as well. So maybe Let me know what you think. I might be kind of underestimating them a little bit. What do you think? Yeah, maybe it is going to be a bit tougher than I think. Maybe I'm getting lulled into a false sense of security by their kind of patchy results, and we should be taking it really seriously. And as I said, we're going to live react to Mikel's press conference and see how he's feeling about it. So, Phil says, I will star this question, Phil. We'll do, if you put your questions in the chat, and then we can do a little Q&A at the end, okay? So thank you so much. We'll do that at the end, okay? So Arsenal's form, again, thank you, BBC, saved my day today. So, excuse me, Arsenal. The Gunners are unbeaten in 12 home games in all competitions since losing 3-0 to Brighton in May. Oh, okay, so the last time we were beaten at home was Brighton. Great. Let's hope that they don't, disrupt our unbeaten streak. I didn't realise that, though. That's pretty cool. Unbeaten in 12 home games. Big up. Right. They have dropped points in 4 of their 6 league matches this season against teams in the top half of the table prior to the weekend. That us? Oh, that sucks, doesn't it? Well, great. Anyway, so we've won 2 of our games against teams in the top half of the table, drawn 2 and lost 2. That's kind of like a niche stat, but go off. Mikel Arteta's side have previous 32 top flight home fixtures. That's not very good. Yeah, I remember, especially last season. Do you remember all the home? And the beginning of this season, we just couldn't keep a home clean sheet. So yeah, let's change that. And tomorrow, focus on getting that clean sheet. Okay, we've started off one of the best teams defensively this season. It all went a bit nuts when we played Luton, but knuckle back down. Let's get that defense nice and solid again. Nice reset, and it will be fine. I'm too on edge this weekend. I can't have any stress. Okay, going up to Christmas, I need to buy my Christmas presents. Nice win against Brighton will just make things much calmer. Anyway, so they've been awarded 6 penalties, Arsenal, in their opening 16 Premier League matches, a joint high with Chelsea. Be nice if we had someone like Ivan Toney to put them away. Am I right? No, but yeah, I wouldn't mind. I'll take a penalty. If we win by penalty, I'll take it. 1-0 win, filthy penalty, Brighton being done dirty by VAR, I'll take it. Right, Bukayo Saka has been directly involved in 13 goals in his last 11 appearances at home in all competitions, scoring 8 and providing 5 assists. We know this. Bukayo Saka is on fire. King Bukayo. I want to do a painting for my next t-shirt, by the way, of like him sitting on a throne with like a robe. That's my plan. No one take the idea. Hey, Gooner Matters. Hello. Everyone subscribe to Gooner Matters if you haven't. I was meant to work with you guys on a few shows, but life got a bit too crazy, and I'm sorry I couldn't do that, but hopefully soon. Phil is just eating a mince pie. Epic. It's Christmas. You must. Sean Peter, I've seen your email as well. So my last giveaway prize, I've got a giveaway which I'm announcing tomorrow as well. He won it, and it's sent all the way to South Africa, and it arrived last week, and it's super exciting. I'm so glad it arrived, Sean, but I'll read your email soon. So right. Phil says, you're stressed. Imagine how your sister feels about to get demolished by Liverpool. I can't wait. I'm pretty sure, when are they Premier League fixtures? Is it tomorrow? Oh, damn it. So it must be Sunday. So we got to wait all the way till Sunday. That sucks. But Lottie's actually going to be at my house and we're going to watch that together. So I can't wait. For those who don't know, Phil's referring to my twin sister, Lottie, who supports Manchester United. And it's just hilarious. It's hilarious. Oh, damn it. AFC always saying the down the lane beat Forest 2-0. Damn. Last time I checked, it was 0-0 at half time. Whatever. They're no threat to us. We don't care about them. So it's fine. Hugo says 9-0 incoming, Liverpool v Manchester United. I hope so. Salah hat-trick, please. He's in my FPL, triple captained. But then, if we think about it, guys, we could use, as funny as it would be, yeah, and don't get me wrong, it would be hilarious if instead of 7-0, you know, 7-up, do you remember that? What a great meme. It was 9, hilarious. I would actually wet myself laughing. Absolutely hilarious. However, Liverpool are ahead of us, right? They're a point ahead of us. As much as it pains me to say, I would not mind Manchester United actually like doing us a favour. So I'm going to be watching it kind of split, because I want Liverpool to win for my FPL, but for my club, I want Manchester United to do us a favour. Like, come on, Manchester United, Red Devils all the way. I just seen Static. Hello. Saying, Fran, I repeat, that was such a weird hello. Arsenal's performances must be better this season. I agree. Slowly getting there. But if we think about overall this season, I haven't been like super stressed, because I'm glad that we're not going all out at the beginning of the season. I like the fact that hopefully we're going to peak towards the end of the season, because last season we burnt too hot and then collapsed. I'm okay with us starting a little bit slower, like Man City always do, and then hopefully building to it. But we better build to it good, and then we still like peter out, then that sucks. I'm pretty convinced that we're going to bang at the end of the season. And if that doesn't happen, then I'm losing my head. So the way I'm kind of justifying it is that we're building to peak, you know, in the last few months of the season, which you'll see that I was talking about in why I think Arsenal are arguably better this season. So I did a big video talking about whether we were all worse by the international break. And I was saying it's a good thing because we're building into form. And that is my sincere belief. So it better happen, or else I'm going to look like a right mug. But yeah, we do need to be much better than last season, of course. It would help if we didn't just bottle it. Okay, so anyway, Brighton form. We kind of discussed it, haven't we? But I'll go through it quick anyway. I'm like one of those people like who used to, like a really bad lecturer or teacher that just read exactly what was on the board and then like move on. So yeah, I apologize, but I didn't have enough time to research today. I was gardening all day. It was horrible. I'll talk about that another time, but sometimes it hurts. You're getting brambles. Anyway, so let's read through this quickly. The Seagulls took 15 points from a possible 18 in their opening 6 league games this season. So they started really well, but since then they've claimed just 11 points from 30, which is nicht so good. I suppose that's kind of coincided with Europa League and stuff, but it's still like not great form. So fingers crossed. They've dropped points in 4 of their 5 league fixtures this season that have directly followed a Europa League match. Okay, BBC. I like that stat. So yeah, had a Europa League match obviously like a day or 2 ago. Let's hope that pattern continues. Come on, Brighton. Consistency is key. Albion, why wouldn't they just call them Brighton? Anyway, Albion have scored in each of their past 32 top flight games, the longest streak in their league history. Right. So I was saying about that clean sheet, that would mean that we have to stop them scoring for the first time in 32 Prem games. So it's quite a tall task, actually. But let's break that record. You know, records are made to be broken, as they say. So say goodbye to that 32 scoring game goal record, Brighton. Right? Anyway, they have also gone 20 league matches without keeping a clean sheet, one short of an outright club record. That's jokes. So they've got they've got the longest streak of having scored at every game in the Prem, but they've also got the second longest streak of also conceding. So what I get from that, they score a lot, they concede a lot. It's Brighton, isn't it? They just go all out. They're attacking, they're exciting, they're fun to watch. And hopefully with us being a bit calmer and more methodical this season, we can take advantage of that, stop them scoring, shut them up, you know, calm things down a little bit. Those stats are actually quite encouraging, I think. So Roberto De Zerbi can become the 3rd manager to win his first 2 Premier League games away to Arsenal. No. Emulating Ron Atkinson with Villa back in 92, 93 and 93, 94, and Gus Hiddink for Chelsea. I hope I said that right. 2008, 9 and 2015, 16. So let's hope that doesn't happen. We do not want him to win his first 2 away games. Again, the BBC, that's quite a niche stat. But yeah, you can really find a stat for everything these days. Pascal Gross has been involved in 5 goals in his last 4 Premier League appearances, scoring 1 and assisting 4. Oh, okay, so I said that Joao Pedro was the one to look out for, but maybe it's Mr. Pascal Gross. Let's keep an eye on him. I'm not sure what position he is, and who would be on. Hopefully he's not on the right, because Zinny is a little sus sometimes, but anyway. So team news. I forgot to change those photos, but again, thank you, BBC. So Arsenal forward Gabriel Martinelli returns after missing Tuesday's draw at PSV Eindhoven because of illness. I was worried that he might not be back, but luckily he is. I think Arteta confirmed today. Emile Smith-Rowe has also made his comeback from injury as a late substitute midweek. That was so cool to see him. But unfortunately, because I'd kind of got bored of the match, I'd actually gone for a nap. So I actually didn't see him. So let me know how he got on. But I'm really, really glad he's back. You can see he's up there. I drew him. I love the guy. I just don't want him going anywhere. I love him so much. Not like romantically, but maybe actually. Who knows? I'm kidding. I'm kidding. Evan Ferguson, Bart Verbruggen, and Carlos Baleba are among those who could return to the starting lineup. Okay, let's hope Evan Ferguson. Ansu Fati. Oh, I thought it was only Arsenal team news, but they're doing Brighton team news too. That's fine. That's fine. Mo Elneny is also out, which I mean, I'm not sure how much that affects Mo Elneny. So he hasn't played for months. He finally gets a few minutes and then pulled his hamstring. It's just, yeah, it's a good thing he's Arteta's mate because he should be nowhere near this club. Sorry, Mo. Ansu Fati, Purvis Estupinian, what a name. Tariq Lamptey. I love Tariq Lamptey. He's so cute. Not in a handsome way, but just he's little, you know. Julian Enciso and Solly March remain sidelined. Okay, that's a shame because I like Lamptey, but it's better for us. Better for us. So that's the team news. So Martinelli's back, fantastic. Emile Smith-Rowe, I doubt we'll see him, although I would love it, but I don't know if he's like fully sharp enough yet. That's up to Arteta. Hopefully, that'll be great. And Mo Elneny is ruled out, but apart from that, everyone's fit. Fantastic news. Luckily, no one was injured after Arteta brought them all on midweek. We won't go over that. Actually, we will go over that. He should have brought the youngsters on, I think. But I'm sure that's been spoken about loads and loads and loads. And I do actually understand keeping the team match fit. Like, you want to stay match sharp rather than being sat at home for a whole week. It's cool. Like, it's keeping the mentality sharp. Bring them on, lovely doubly. I'm just glad no one got injured. And it's all good. It's all good. So, shall we have a little look at the press conference? I haven't read a word of it. I don't know if you guys have. Is it worth it? Should we? Let me know. But I haven't read any of it. Let's have a quick skim through and see what Mikel's got to say. I'm so excited about this match, you guys. But I'll do a quick comment catch up. So Steve-O says, we should win. We've had a day more to rest. We rotated midweek. They didn't, and their defense is leaky. You're going to say 3-1. Yeah, I pretty much agree. Take. Hot take, not hot take. Good take, Steve. Well done. Oh, we've already seen that. 20 likes. Wasn't it? Oh no, it's 21 likes. Me and Static before were on a stream where he he said the like number, and then I told people like, "Oh, thanks, Static, like the stream," and then he said the like number, and 2 people had unliked it just out of spite. That's what United. Fran, Arsenal remaining fixtures in December: Brighton home, Liverpool away. Liverpool away is a big one. 6 point of that. West Ham home, Fulham away. How many points will we get? I'm going for 10 points. I'm going to star that, and you guys remind me. I'll go back to that at the end. Thank you for the question, though. Hugo says, thank you, Fran. I agree. Last season was way too long because we got excited too soon. Yeah, I'd rather the slow burn, the slow build up. It's exactly like, I love watching athletics. I don't know if you do. The kind of mid to long distance races. You see so many times like people going off too fast, and it's the slow and steady ones that end up coming through and winning. It's that like building into momentum really works better for like the longer haul things, like a whole Prem season. And you know, the hare and the tortoise, all of that, that's the wave I'm on. You know, let's build into it. Think of the 1500 meter race, think of the 5 kilometer race. You want to start into it. You see those idiots that start off sprinting and then they end up 2 laps behind everyone else. That was us last season. This season, slow and steady, boy. Well, slow and steady, but building. 22 likes. Thank you so much, guys. Let's try and get 45. That would make my meaningless little week. But Eros says, I think Trossard needs to be a sub this game, needs to step up. 3-0. You're right, to be fair. You're right. Does he deserve to start? He's been pretty disappointing the last few performances. You're right. But I'm kind of like, I'd quite like him to start because it's his old club and stuff. Kind of like give him the extra motivation he needs. But you're right. You're right. I mean, does he deserve to start? We should be playing, like, they should be competing for starting spots, and the players in best form should be starting. So, AJ says, is it bad to say that I would honestly sell ESR and Ramsdale to make sure Toney happens? Ooh, I'm not sure I would want to sell ESR. But if it meant for Toney, I'd be on the edge there. That would like be a proper debate for me, because I love ESR, but it's just his fitness that is a real issue, whereas Toney's like barely ever injured. And as they say, the best ability is availability. So that's a tricky one. So it's 23 likes, you guys. Thank you. Oh, Keelia Hodgkinson, she is so great. Steve-O, you know I love it. I love the athletics. I went to one of the Diamond League meets at the London Stadium. I love it. I used to do athletics. I was like regional, which isn't great, but it was for me. A triple jump, you know, not long distance. I'm a sprinter, me. But yeah, you guys, if we'll talk athletics in the chat if you're into it. I love it. Let me know your favorite events. Phil says, sleeping during an Arsenal game on the telly is fine, but once I dozed off at the Emirates, oh my gosh, things must have been bad. Oh my gosh. When they say the Emirates was a library, Phil actually fell asleep. So like the last cup just grown like massively. It's been amazing. It's been amazing. It went from like 620 to now 685 in like a week, and I'm so grateful. So if you are new, like, thank you so much. It's really nice to see some new subscribers coming in, because it's been like a graft. Like, anyway, you guys don't care about that, but like I've been like working so hard for every single new person, and just seeing a few come like organically in the last week or so has been so cool. So yeah, that's thanks to you guys like commenting and liking and stuff. So it's really cool to see that, because I work really, really hard on like my art and my clothing and my YouTube, and I make like no money at all. Actually, sometimes when I sell some merch, but the margins are pretty low. But on YouTube, like, I make nothing. So anyway, you guys don't go. I'll talk about that another time. We'll talk about that stuff at the end. But anyway, thank you so much for the 685 subs. Thank you so much. That's amazing. Road to 1K, and we'll do a massive giveaway. That'll be so fun. Curtis saying you sound like Curtis, Fran, but it's absolutely true. Which part? Oh, yes, it's Curtis is saying, you know it, Eros. I keep messing it up. Ability. The best ability is availability. Preach. Come on, Curtis Shaw. Realism settings. I don't want. I know so many like Curtis Shaw isms, but I'm not going to do that. I can't pull it off like Curtis. I don't have the swag, if you will. But anyway, let's have a little look at what Mikel's been saying. Mikel Arteta Press conference. Right, every word of Mikel's pre-Brighton presser. Yippee! I'm still pretty new to StreamYard in it, so I've got to work out how to share my screen properly. Here we go. Let's have a look. So you guys can see that, okay? There's 13 of you here. Thank you so much. I keep having to move the sticker to cover the numbers because it makes me like nervous seeing. Anyway. So Mikel's press conference. Let's have a quick zoom through it. Thank you for still being here. I can't believe I've nearly been on for an hour. Oh my gosh. As soon as I clicked live, by the way, our Chinese takeaway arrived. So I'm not rushing, but like I don't want to stay on too long because then I'll miss like the Chinese takeaway experience. But anyway, I don't care. I'll stay on as long as I need, to be fair. I get so carried away. So anyway, Mikel Arteta spoke to the media in his pre-Brighton press conference at London Colney on Friday afternoon. He was asked about the clearance of his FA charge, the latest team news, Brighton's quality and more, blah, 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 blah. So on his FA charge being cleared and if something positive will come out of it, okay. I'm actually interested in that because he's been so dunked on by the media basically for no reason. As you know, he's become like the poster boy for misbehaving, and it's been so unfair, especially that whole like celebrating. He stepped out of the coaching box and then he was off on the bench for Aston Villa. It was so unfair. People are always looking for a reason to hate Arsenal, and him doing that Newcastle run, everyone turned on it when I thought it was totally fair what he said. Nothing worse than what Jurgen said in the past. So anyway, I'm so glad to see that the FA have actually dropped the charges rather than continuing on with this like ridiculousness. So whether he's asked whether if something positive will come out of it, he says it has to be. It was a really good process and gave the opportunity for them to explain how they felt, myself how I felt, as well as the reasons behind it. That's cool. That's cool that there was like open dialogue rather than them just being like, no, this is what happened. You're being charged. Like, it's cool that they're able to talk it out, you know, talk it out, guys. Okay. The outcome is that I'm not charged. Woo. But I think we have to draw a line and look for how we can be much more constructive and learn from it and move forward. Fair enough. That's it. It was good. I felt a lot of sympathy, to be fair, once I explained how sometimes as managers, with the pressure that we're under and how important details are for our job, because I love what I do so much and I want to continue doing it. Where's the full stop, Mikel? But the reality last year was that, sorry, that was such a nerdy comment, was that 14 managers lost their jobs, which is incredible. Yeah, okay, that's cool that like they actually managed to like see his side of things, which is really fair. And it's just so unfair how he's been like spoken about by everyone else. So we depend on results. That's it. When the outcome at the end is that important, I'm really emotional about it. Now, no one remembers what happened 3 weeks ago when you lost a game. You lost another one because of a different reason. I think it was a really good process. You know, that sounds really good. It sounds like they kissed and made up. And hopefully, as I say, like the shenanigans will stop and we'll just be able to like talk about football and not Mikel being like an arsehole anymore, according to everyone else, but not to us, obviously. I never thought he did anything wrong, by the way. So on the referees explaining why Kai Havertz's goal wasn't given against Aston Villa. That was a mess, that goal. Right, so I haven't seen this. Right, tell me, why wasn't it given? The handball. ... Anything that happens in the box has to be clear. Unfortunately, today it's very difficult to understand what it is because there are many things that can happen. But we're in the direction to resolve that, and we're all very eager to resolve that in the best possible way, and I'm positive that it will happen. That's Mikel just dancing around the fact that he still thinks that's a dumb decision, which it was. Clear and obvious, I think not. So on Rebecca Welch becoming the first female referee on December the 23rd. Awesome. I haven't seen that either. As I say, I've been so busy gardening. That is awesome. Now we just need a female manager in the Prem. Emma Hayes. Anyway, he says, I think it's great news. I wish Rebecca all the best in this new experience. I think the feedback is going to be really positive. What women's football is on, look at what it's on. That's kind of like a weirdly like hip way of saying it. And the diversity we have now is incredibly positive for the league. It's something that was needed. Preach, Mikel. I completely agree. I'm so over it. The whole like like making, and there's still so much of it in Twitter comments and YouTube comments, like the girls are just terrible at football, like they don't belong in the game. And I think you guys can probably guess my stance on it, but grow up, absolutely grow up. So many sports I watch, like the girls, like women's gymnastics, I actually way prefer it to like the men's gymnastics and stuff, and female tennis. Like they're just different. They're just not exactly the same. I mean, anyway, equality in sport, obviously, without saying, completely. Like you'll get things in women's sport like the men can't do. Like I'm not sure. I don't. That sounded so bad. I'm not sure what. No, but there's just different qualities, like sometimes that make it more exciting, like for women's tennis or men's tennis or women's gymnastics or men's gymnastics. And I just love the variety and bring it on. Like I'm so excited. I didn't realize that there was going to be the first female referee. That's awesome. And sorry if I don't see your comments. I hope I'm still live and stuff. I can't even see StreamYard. So I'm just like talking at the article. But I'll respond to your comments in a bit. Thank you very much for being here. So on our ability to respond to defeats, which is what we need to do this weekend. Sorry about my creaky chair, by the way, guys. Like, we will try to play our best. We love winning, and the team is desperate to do anything it takes to win games, as we've seen by our last-minute winners. We showed that against Aston Villa when, in my opinion, we were the better team and should have won the game. Oh, we showed that against Aston Villa. Yeah, we wanted to win, but we couldn't hit a barn door. We will try again against Brighton, who will make life very difficult for us for sure. Yeah, solid, Mikel. It's a bit of a dumb question, really. He's not going to say like, yeah, we're terrible at responding to defeats. We can't bounce back at all. So yeah, what makes Brighton so hard to beat? They're a really good side. Last year, when we had the game under control, was when we conceded a goal. Oh, we had the game under control, then we conceded a goal, and then the game completely broke up, and we struggled, especially in the last 15 minutes of the game. So we have to play better and be very efficient, which is key against them. Was that when we like capitulated in that game? I think it might have been. The whole of the end of last season was just one giant capitulation, so probably. I think this year though, like there's so much less of that. The like ability to just like lose our ship basically. As we know, like the season has really gone back to like focusing on just like not losing our cool in defense. So I really worry less about just like completely like running around like headless chickens and just losing our composure. We're much more composed this season, so hopefully things like that don't happen, and they haven't really been happening. Like we might concede the odd goal, but we don't just like lose our heads like Spurs, you know what I mean? So, on the latest team news, Martinelli is feeling good. Good. We have no other news apart from Mo. I just can't believe Mo plays one game in like a year and then he does his hamstring. It's so unlucky. So I feel so bad for him, but it's Mo. Like he'll be okay. We did a scan. It doesn't look too serious. Blah, 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 blah. All respect to Mo, but I just skip over it because like he doesn't really play much in the first team at the moment because we have so much quality, I think. So on the importance of a win against Brighton with Liverpool coming up, like every week in the end, we have to play against every team. The schedule is what it is right now, but we have 2 big games coming up. And then we have the 28th and the 31st. Oh, that's a quick turnover. This period is vital around. We'll try to win every game. Yep. Him again, like he's not going to say, yeah, I'm not too bothered about winning that one. What he's made of Brighton's start to the season. So yeah, they have had a bit of a mixed start. Let's see what Mikel thinks. They've been really good. I think they've taken another level playing European football. They've been really successful. You see last night what they've did. They've done that after selling players, after a lot of injuries. So huge credit for them, for Roberto and the coaching staff for what they're doing because it's really impressive. Okay, so he's kind of doing a pep there where he really bigs up the other team. It's kind of psychology, like he's putting them under pressure now, saying like, I really rate them. Like, don't let me down. On the ideas he presented to the FA, that was a private meeting. Great question, whoever asked that. That actually sucks. If you're in the press conference, you ask a question and he just says like, that was a private meeting. You'd be like, oh no. Because then it would just, yeah, you can't ask another one normally, I don't think. Rip to my reporter in there. On if players should be more honest about referee decisions. The players have a lot of things they have to do. Let's not put more on their plates. yeah, like don't put that on the players as well. Let them just like survive playing every 2 days. So on what Brighton have done that have caused us problems. This is a long one. Oh my gosh. Okay, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. Okay, right. Let's just keep going. We can do this. On what Brighton have done that has caused us problems in the past. They're really good. They have really good players, and their way of playing is very specific and causes you problems. They were very efficient. Waffle. On if he would make comments again that he made after the Newcastle game. In life, it's too easy to do that. It was done. I defended my opinion. I expressed my opinion. I say again, I'm actually pretty bored of this. Let's see what you guys are saying, whether we finish the press conference or not. Right, so guys, do you want me to finish the press conference? Like, comment, let me know, please, because I'm getting pretty bored of it. He says so much while saying so little. Don't get me wrong, Fran, says AJ. I love ESR, but the kid can't stay fit, and I honestly believe Arteta doesn't rate him. So for his career, to let him go is only right. I just can't get the romance out of my head. You know, like the Hale End thing, the Saka and Emile Smith Rowe song. Like, I want that back. But is it never going to be back, you know? Let's give him one more, like, big chance before we come to any decisions. No one else does a presentation like you. Thank you, Phil. That means a lot. Congratulations, and I know you'll get to 1K. Posh Bertie, big up. Gooner Gathering, you will also get to 1K. Those guys know so much more about football than me, honestly. So if you, I just chat rubbish, right? If you really want facts, then go and subscribe to Gooner Gathering. They're amazing. Posh Bertie is one of the funniest guys on Arsenal YouTube. Like, he just cracks me up. So Gooner Gathering, if you haven't subscribed, you must. You must. Golartzo mukbang. Bertie, that's you're getting a red card for that. Absolutely not. So Connor says, sup Fran, how's it going? Sup Connor, it's going good. How's it going for you? Question, I'll star it, Phil, and we'll do it after starting 11s. FA didn't choose to drop charges. Oh, independent panel ruled the charges were baseless, corrupt as. Well, at least the independent panel seems to be like somewhat sane. And I'm glad that they've made the FA look as like messed up and incompetent as they are being with these charges. So, oh, well, there goes my slight drop of faith in the FA. But thank you to the independent panel. Let's get those guys involved more, shall we? Good evening, Arsenal Manic. Happy Friday. Football friends again. Football friends. I remember. It's like, yeah, Brighton are our football friends. You are looking fabulous today, Fran. Oh my gosh, thank you. You are looking fabulous too, Arsenal Manic. I'm sure of it. Arsenal Manic says, I shall never grow up. I'm a child at heart. I'm sorry. Stay young, my guy. Get a move on. The Graham Norton show is on soon. Go and watch Graham Norton then. It's not my fault. Mikel talks so much in press conferences, okay? I'm closing my eyes, but I'm not going to sleep. No, Posh Bertie, grow. Are you taking the mickey? He says, I want you to read the entire index of the website, please. Are you saying I'm boring? Okay. Anyway, Fran, forget the Chinese. You got press conference waffle here. I know you're peckish. It's starting to taste a little bit stale. I'm not going to lie. This is a big waffle. A long waffle. Not bragging, but only I can go from Bertie, you're amazing, to Bertie, you're getting a red card in a matter of seconds. Yeah, it's fair enough, Bertie. It's quite an achievement, to be fair. No chance, Dafty. Always here to the end. I'll watch on iPlay later. Oh, bless you. Missing Graham Norton for me. I appreciate that. So, guys, should we finish the press conference? Eros, you seem to think so. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. Okay, I'm here. The Chinese is cold already. Let's go. Okay, right. So, on these questions, on how Brighton educated Trossard and White. I forgot White played there. On how Brighton educated Trossard and White earlier in their careers. I know how good they are in their processes, in the culture they have, in the way they are coached. You can tell they're both very intelligent players who understand how we want to live together. Oh, I love it when Mikel like gets a word like slightly like wrong in translation, where you know exactly what he means, but like in Spanish it might mean something a little bit different. And so he says you can understand how we want to live together. And obviously in Britain, like I picture everyone just living in like this Love Island house, when Ben White would love that, to be fair. How we want to play the game. Both have a lot of versatility. That's not a coincidence. It's because the way they played under Graham as well. They had to understand the game very well to fulfill those roles. So besides saying that we all want to live together, that would actually be a massive vibe. And they should film it as well. They should have like, instead of Love Island or like Celebrity Big Brother, they should have like just Arsenal Big Brother. And everyone just lives together for like 2 months and they just film all of it. I would absolutely love that. Oh my gosh. I would like to see Martinelli just like being a pest. I've seen so often in videos, they'll just be filming people and Martinelli will just come up and like smack someone on the arse or something. He just looks like a little like nuisance and I just love it. I would votes in the chat, click like or say yes if you want an Arsenal Big Brother house. I would love it. I would love it. Can you imagine the drama? Can you imagine the drama? Like Ramsdale and Raya in the house. Like it would be so good. That would be so good. Anyway, but it just made me laugh how Arteta says like they understand how we all want to live together. I'm just being dumb. Okay, anyway. But he does make a good point about the fact that Brighton players, or at least the ones we've got, do really seem to be very like intelligent and switched on and good with tactics and things like that. That is something that really comes across in Trossard and White's games. So fair enough. Right, on Reece Nelson's performance against PSV and if he'll get more minutes moving forward. Good question, because I want Reece to get more minutes. Every time I see him, I always come on the post matches and say, I was so impressed by Reece. Like, he's dynamic, he's direct, he's fast, like, he's so exciting. You always think something's going to happen when he gets on the ball. I love seeing him play, and clearly Arteta just doesn't rate him, and it's really sad. So what have you got to say for yourself, Arteta? He says, I think he had a really good game. As you said, he was really lively and really brave in his decision-making. He generated 3 or 4 big situations. He worked so hard and he had to be subbed at the end because he was cramping. Okay, I think he had... Okay, so he's not injured. That just sounded like a weird sentence. I think he had a really positive impact on the team. Politician answer, Mikel. You were asked if he'll get more minutes. And he just doesn't answer it. So to me, that says no. Yeah, he just doesn't want to answer the question. So, yeah, hopefully it's a yes, but he would have said that. So I don't think Reece is going to be getting more minutes. He just doesn't rate him. It's like having lots of pieces of clothes in the wardrobe and you just always reach in for the ones that you like and wear them. And there's a few T-shirts that aren't getting worn. Reece Nelson is that guy. You've kept him in your wardrobe thinking you will wear him. I think oh my gosh, I might actually be doing the same analogy Curtis did. Kurdish. That's a mix between Kurdish and Turkish. So yeah, I apologize when plagiarizing, but he doesn't rate him. He's the T-shirt that's not being worn, and it's sad. It's very sad. So we're nearly there. 3 more. Stay with me, guys. Stay with me. We were talking about long distance marathons. This press conference is a long distance marathon, but we will get to the end. On if there is motivation for revenge after last season's defeat at home to Brighton. Yes, is my answer, but let's see what Mikel has to say. It was a tough day, losing at home and the way we did it with the last goals we conceded. Goals, note. It was painful. It was like the dream was almost over. Not mathematically, but a big part of it. It was a really tough day. Oh, I like it when Mikel comes out and says like how he was like just as upset, obviously like 100 times more than us. Like it makes him seem more human and a bit less like a politics robot. So yeah, we feel you, Mikel. Oh, what was that? On if you will remind the players of that. They know, they felt it as well, so they know. Yeah, that's a little bit of a frosty response. He's like, they know. Yeah, we know. Yeah, we know, Mikel. They know. Everyone knows. So we don't need motivation for revenge. Let's kill them. If Pugmall recognised the need to improve, It's not about them, it's about we want to make the game better. Fair enough, like everyone work together, cool. How can we improve on the touchline to make life easier from the player side, from their side, technology wise? It's all about us. We're all in this together. We're a happy family. It's not about separate people trying to do their bits. We have to do it together. I agree. But it's hard when, I suppose, from their point of view, it looks like we're having a go at them. And from our point of view, it feels like they're having a go at us. He's right, to be fair. Like, let's work with the refs, stop all antagonizing each other, and come to a solution. I love it. Victoria Concordia Crescit. I think is that how you say it? Victory through harmony. How badass would it have been if he just said the Latin at the end of that quote? I would have lost it. I would have absolutely lost it. But yeah, I hope I didn't mess up the the slogan and everyone just unsubscribes. Anyway, on if more ex-players should be involved in officiating. This is the last question, everyone. I've really earned my Chinese, okay? Oh, you guys are going to get embarrassed by my choice, by the way. It's so boring for a Chinese takeaway. Let me know your Chinese takeaway first choice dishes, okay? Let me know. On if more ex-players should be involved in officiating. Dead question. I don't know about the solution. They have to find the solution. We have to try to support with other ideas that we have to put on the table and try to move the game constantly forward. Okay, we did it. We did it. I wonder if any of you are still here. Let's go back to StreamYard. Hey, Luca's here. Hey, Luca. Hey, how you doing? How you doing? Your Spanish accent is killer. Thank you. I grew up in Spain. I can speak quite a bit of Spanish, actually. Arsenal Manic saying, AJ, blah, 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 blah. Sorry, you guys are having a conversation with each other. I'm not even going to try and catch up with that. Let's go back to full screen right now for a while. Excuse me. Oh, there it is. Right. Do the players have to listen to Arteta monologue for every game? Probably. Him talking about them living together, all sorts. So even Lee Meadows was furious at the Brighton result. That is saying a lot. Lee is the most patient man. Makes no sense why we gave Reece a new contract and haven't played him at all. Well, people are making a good point that it's literally just to protect his value for when. So it's cruel giving him a new contract unless he was okay with it. Literally just so that he can sit on a bench and not lose too much value. So yeah. Big up Luca. Everyone subscribe to Luca, one of the OGs, if you haven't already. And some of you are still here. Oh my gosh, EGAL! EGAL Talks Football is here. Oh my gosh, a celebrity introduction. EGAL, oh, you've made my day, bro. I hope you're doing good. Guys, if you haven't subscribed to EGAL, which obviously all of you will have, subscribe to him. Thank you so much for coming in to say hello. That's so exciting. That's so exciting. I'm all starstruck, EGAL. I'm all starstruck. We were just talking about, in terms of the quality football content you've just joined, we were talking about our favorite Chinese takeaway dishes. So it's a serious channel here. So chicken chow mein, egg fried rice, prawn toast, solid. I rate that. Crispy duck. Oh, you can't beat it. It's got to be with the little pancakes though. Sweet and sour chicken balls and special fried rice. You're a sweet and sour sauce guy. I like it. I'm more of a chow mein guy, to be fair. I'm not a celebrity. Don't do that. I'm gonna do it, EGAL. You've worked hard for your subscribers. You're a celebrity. Support my people. What you mean? Oh, you're the best, man. You are the best. I just got a little starstruck. You're so good. You're so good. But anyway, we've just managed to get through the waffle settings. EGAL asked, should we sell or keep Partey? For me, it's sell. He's so good, but so unreliable. We have him for a quarter of the season most of the time, if that. And it just means that there's a huge gap where he's meant to be. I think we just have to see him as, it's a bonus if he can play, but we're perfectly okay to win the league without him, if you know what I mean. So for me, try and get some big money for him. 30 mil maybe? Some teams in La Liga and stuff would love him. So for me, it's get rid of him. What do you guys think about Partey? Hugo says, sell. No good having a Rolls Royce if there's no fuel. Yeah. And he is a Rolls Royce, but there ain't no fuel. The bumper keeps falling off. The wing mirror is falling off. There's a chip in the windscreen. That Rolls Royce is on its last legs, boy. go replace it. Go get a new Rolls Royce or something else. I don't know my cars very well. I've got a Vauxhall Corsa, so no, not about the Rolls Royce life. So, what have we got here? We just done that. Chat catch up time. He's never available. Time to go. Posh Bertie says about Thomas Partey, I'd keep him because if Rice gets injured, it's back to Jorginho, Havertz and Odegaard in midfield. Yeah, that's fair enough, to be fair. But what if he's not fit? Like, it's just that's providing that if those guys are injured, that Partey's fit, when most of the time he probably won't be, and you're just left with the same problem. And I forgot to say, you guys, when I freaked out because a gal just came in the chat, I did something so much worse. Like, I actually need to calm. Like, I need to chill when I meet people that I admire. Because I went to a Gooners v Cancer event like a year ago, before I had my YouTube or anything. And I saw Tom Canton from the Gooner Talk, like, standing at the bar. And I just walked up behind him. This guy has no idea who I was. And I just went, Tom Canton! And he was talking to the guy, he was talking to Latte Firm. I've forgotten. It's FK from Latte Firm. And Tom Canton just turns around to me like, and I was so embarrassing. And I went like, oh my God, like, hi, my name is Fran. And it was so awkward because he just went, oh, hi, nice to meet you. And then like turned around and continued this conversation with FK. I lost my mind. It was so embarrassing. So a gal, if you feel embarrassed that I was fangirling, like, don't worry, that was nothing compared to what I did to the Gooner Talk. So yeah. If you ask Tom about that, he'll tell you as well. It was so embarrassing. So anyway, right, chat catch up time, we've done. Starting 11. Right, before we do that, let me know your starting 11s, okay? So this is if you are the manager for a day, you gone in there and they've told you can pick whoever you want. Injuries still apply, okay? So we can't pick Partey, he's out. We can't pick Timber. But you're the manager for a day. You're going in there and picking the lineup for Brighton at the weekend. Who are you picking? Phil, you charmer, saying I would pass out if I met you. No, I'm a catfish. I'm way worse in person, I promise. You probably wouldn't even recognize me. I dress up for a stream, okay, but in real life I look homeless. Can we pick players from other clubs too? I'm sorry, no, you cannot. It's just our Arsenal squad. Who's available right now? On Sunday, I meant Sunday. What squad are you picking? So this is mine. Let me know what you think. So this is my dream starting 11. I'm manager for the day. This is what I would do. Hugo says I would put Kiwi furthest down the bench, not going to lie. Yeah, Curtis Shaw always says that the Kiwi is not right. I say that the Kiwi has not even been planted. No, I'm joking. I actually rate Kiwior, but he needs more regular minutes to like fully be up to scratch with the rest of the team, I think. So this is my starting 11. You guys let me know yours. I'm manager. I'm starting Ramsdale because I still somewhere deep down hope that there is a competition for that place. But in reality, I know there's not. And Ramsdale, if it carries on like this, Ramsdale's going to go because he wants minutes, obviously, for the Euros next year. Which, by the way, I'm so excited for. I hate England friendlies, but I love like I love World Cup, European football, all of it. I love tournament football. It's so exciting. So yeah, I hate friendlies, but you best believe I'll have the England flag painted on my face. I'll be singing Three Lions. Cannot wait. And even if England get knocked out, I will watch it anyway. I just love watching it. Anyway, so Ramsdale wants minutes so that he can play in Italy next year. So he's going to go soon. But anyway, I would start him because he played really well at PSV, made some really good, really very good saves. I thought he played really well and he deserves a start, in my opinion, considering how ropey Raya has been recently. Having said that, he was all right against Villa. We only let in one goal that was kind of just them being really good. Leon Bailey, absolute baller, being really good rather than him being terrible. So it's a bit unfair on Raya, but Ramsdale played really well. So back four of our most solid and knowledgeable back four who were so good all of last season and know each other the best. I would have Zinny, Gabriel, Saliba and White, purely because this is a difficult game. If we're playing a lower half opposition, I'd be starting Kivior, get him up to scratch. I was going to say, can we start anyone else on right back apart from Cedric, really? Yeah, I'm a bit worried about that right back because if Tomiyasu's injured and going to the Asia Cup, I've forgotten the name of the tournament, sorry, then I'm not really certain we've got enough backup at right back. But anyway, I'm starting Rice and Odegaard, lovely jubbly. But this is the exciting part. So I would start Trossard in the left 8 position because do you remember all this when we were calling him like the assist king and stuff? So can you imagine him like feeding balls into the front three and like just providing tons of assist in that position? Plus, he's got a point to prove. But Havertz will be in the left 8. This is just if I was there. I'll put Trossard there. I think the way he interlinks and does such good passing and things like that, his chemistry with players like Jesus, I would love to see Jesus and Trossard playing rather than one or the other. That would be great. And as I said, he's got a point to prove against his ex-club, Brighton. He's not been playing great recently. I would say, like, right, prove yourself today. Like, your performances hasn't been great. Like, go and do it. Remember, we gave him an excuse at Luton and maybe was it Villa because it was just his birthday and I assumed he was hungover. But yeah, Trossard, I'd love to see him start. And then front three of Martinelli, Jesus, Saka. Amazing. That's what I would do if I was manager for a day. But no way is that going to happen. And next I'm going to show you what I think Arteta will do. Guna Gargamel, big up. Good evening. Says, I agree with the lineup. Thank you. Thank you. Arteta's ego means Rami won't play. Posh Bertie says he would start Havertz because he's been in form recently. And I do agree. It's actually been really exciting. And I'm starting to think like maybe we are actually going to say like we managed to get Havertz firing again and be able to rub it in the faces of all our Chelsea friends. I have one really close friend that's a Chelsea fan and I feel so bad for him, but it's so funny winding him up. So Posh Bertie reckons Raya. Okay. White, Saliba, Gabriel, Zinchenko. I think that is, despite Zinchenko's frailties, sometimes he offers us so much going forward. It's our best, most solid back four, I think. Rice, Havertz, Odegaard, Saka, Martinelli, Jesus. That is what I think Arteta will play. So you're actually in agreement with Arteta, although sometimes you have problems with him, Posh Bertie. So, okay. Luca FC saying Ramsdale wet player. I know. My dream 11. Phil, you weren't listening. You're too busy watching Graham Norton. Injuries still apply, so that's why I wouldn't have Timber. I would definitely have Timber. He's amazing. I love Timber. If you guys haven't seen, I think most of you all here have, but that's my drawing of Timber. And apparently he's back to like light training with the team and stuff. I'm not going to rush him back at all, but it's just really, really nice to hear because he had such bad luck. So that's what my dream starting 11 would be. Let me know yours. And please hit the like as well if you just come in. We're trying to get to 45. If someone could give me the like count, that would be beautiful. I want to work out how to do polls as well. But anyway, this is what I think he will do. Why did I put... Guys, look what I put, striker. I forgot the... I just put Gabriel rather than Gabriel Jesus. To clarify, I mean Gabriel Jesus. I'm not putting Gabriel Magalhaes up front as striker. So it's Martinelli, Jesus and Saka is what I think we'll see. Havertz, Rice, Odegaard, and I'm fine with that because as Bertie says, Havertz has been in good form. And then Zinchenko, Gabriel, Saliba, White and Raya. That's what I think we'll see. Really solid. Luckily, no real injuries to key players, apart from Thomas Partey, which we're kind of used to. Gabriel as an inverted striker. He is good at heading the ball, I guess. I'm only watching you. Oh, bless. Thank you. Though I'm tired. It's okay. Go to bed. You can catch up tomorrow. Posh Bertie says, I'm in agreement with Arteta. Be right back. I'm just booking a doctor's appointment. Best get yourself checked out. Get a blood test, Bertie. You're not sounding like yourself. Lucas says, I think we win 3-2. Okay. I'll take it. You know, on my thumbnail, I nearly put, I hope we have a gull fest. You know, instead of goal fest, seagull. Like, So yeah, it would be nice if we get a goal fest and have 5 goals. That would be great. That'd be great. So score predictions. I think 2-1 Arsenal. Unfortunately, with them having scored in their last 32 league games, I think they will score against us. I pray to God not, but if they do, it will probably be some madness down their right hand flank, and Zinchenko does a crazy thing, and then we can concede, and then Raya like dives the wrong way or something. I can just see it happening, but I think their defense is too shaky for us not to be able to take advantage of it. That's as long as we're doing a bit better at scoring than we have been recently. So I'm in agreement with what are you guys saying? I prefer the live fan experience. You have sense. You have sense. Arsenal Manic reckons 2-2. I hope not. That's the cause for a meltdown. That would be a Fran meltdown if we draw. We need the 3 points. As I say, there's 4 points between Man City in 4th and Liverpool at the top. If City beat Crystal Palace and who else is behind? Villa beat Brentford, and we don't win, we're either 3rd or 4th. So if we draw, we're down in 3rd. If those guys win and we lose, we're all the way down in 4th, and then it's complete meltdown settings. So that cannot happen. We need the 3 points. Don't make it happen, Arsenal Manic. Come on, we're gonna win. We're gonna win. 3-1 to us, no worries. 3-0 Arsenal, Saka, Brace, and Rice Screamer. Phil says less of the jokes. No. I'll make seagulls puns. Havertz developing a nice seam of shithousery about him too. Opposition disruptor. Yeah. Matisse from Ma. So Matisse, you know, the Chelsea guy on the Big Six. He's so funny, by the way. He says like people worry that Havertz like won't get stuck in and isn't physical enough. But having watched him at Chelsea for the last like 2 years, he said like you have to worry about the opposite. Like Havertz is too physical, and I'm seeing it now. Like he seems elegant and like he won't get done dirty, but he does not care. He does not care. He just goes in like yeah. So I agree. It's funny. Like if there's a battle, like Havertz loves it. He's just like a bit of a wind up, I think, a bit like Ben White. Right, so that's my score prediction. And let's just do a quick Q&A. So I've got a few questions that I starred earlier. Then I'm going to go and have my Chinese because it's nearly 11 o'clock. Oh my gosh, I've got to drive all the way down to Devon tomorrow. I'm going to be so tired. But anyway, coffee exists. So Phil asks, question, are you upset we don't play Boxing Day and New Year's Day? Really ruins my Crimbo vibes. Yeah. That would be nice. But are there other football matches? Like, as long as there's no football. I haven't really looked at like the schedule. As long as there's some football, then I'm fine. Like, it doesn't necessarily have to be Arsenal. But it is a bit of a shame. But as long as there's football, then it's fine. If there's not, then my life's ending. My life is over. Like, I can't deal with. Last summer, I got so like empty because there was no football that I ended up becoming like obsessed with Tour de France. I have to be watching live sport. I don't know about you guys if there's athletics, but next summer, guys, we're going to be fine, okay? Don't worry about the football stopping next summer because we've got the Euros and it's the Olympics, the actual Olympics. You know, if I can get watchalong set up, I might do Olympic watchalongs. That would be so good. I love the Olympics. Anyway, so yeah, it's not going to be as bad as last summer. AFC always, your question was, Fran, Arsenal remaining fixtures, how many points do you guys I'm so tired, reckon we will get from December? So that's Brighton home, Liverpool away, West Ham home, Fulham away. So Brighton home, I think we should get 3 points. Liverpool away, I will take a draw, not a loss. So that's 4 points. West Ham, 3 points. So that's quick maths, 7. Fulham away, another 3 points. So I think we should get 3, 9, 10 points from a possible. What is it? How many? Brighton, Liverpool, West Ham, Fulham. That's 4 3s are 12. Yeah, 10. We've got to be getting 10 points from possible 12. What do you guys think? I will take a draw at Liverpool away because they're really good again this season and it's Anfield, you know. So 10 from 12, that's what I want. And the third and final question, saying, so does Arteta getting off mean there's no agenda against us? I'm not so sure. Yeah, see, I don't really buy into the whole agenda against Arsenal thing. I think every club gets so many decisions against them. I agree that there's a media agenda against Arsenal, no problem. They hate us, and that means we're doing something right. The media hates us, they hate Arteta. But I don't think there's a refereeing agenda, purely because every single club is getting crap refereeing. So that's my take on it, you know? Right, so we need to go. I need to go. I'm so hungry. I haven't had my dinner. This has been such a good stream, though, guys. It's been such a good stream. 25 likes. Damn. No, I mean, that's so ungrateful of me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, everyone. I know you've all liked it, and it was a late stream. I was just, you know, the 45 is the target, but it was a weird time. I'm not ungrateful at all. Thank you so much for the likes, guys. Posh Betty reckons 10 points from 12. 12 out of 12, no excuses. That's it, Static. That's why I love your football takes. Not like you to be so level-headed. Very rude, very rude. Facts Fran, what you said about agenda and referees. I know, that was so ungrateful of me. 25 likes is really good, especially for this time of night. So, yeah, bad Fran, sorry. I'm too competitive. Like, we'll get the 45, but honestly, thank you so much. I'm going to go and have my dinner now. Thank you so much for chilling with me on this Friday night. It's been really nice. I always love coming and talking with you guys about the football. I was just too excited about this match to just like sit on my own and like think about it. So got it all off my chest. Conclusion is it's going to be a really difficult game. But if we're on form and not being wasteful, then we'll get the 3 points. We're in better form than them, arguably. But I think our players are better than them, you know. So we got to win the league. We got to win on Brighton. A loss would be terrible. Win on Brighton. And I'm so excited. I will see you guys after the stream. Phil, thank you so much for watching the whole stream. And Hugo, you guys, you're so great. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for all the support on the channel as well. Got 685 subs. It's so exciting. It was a bit of a longer stream today, but thank you for sitting with me. Have a great rest of your week. Enjoy the football tomorrow. Enjoy your weekends. And I'll see you after we win at Brighton, okay? And we'll be talking about how great the game was. Won't we? Okay. If not, I'm losing it. So goodbye, guys. I'll see you after the Brighton game. Have a great weekend. See you then. Thank you so much again. Bye. Take care, guys.